Okay, everybody, it is me and you. Here we are again together on this Tuesday, December 28th, 2021. People, yet again, we got some very sobering economic news, and it just doesn't stop. It won't stop. We'll talk about that in a moment here, but it won't be a surprise to any of you who follow this blog. It's just freaking pathetic. Anyway, let's go to the markets real quick. Stock trading doesn't start for about 35 minutes. Stock futures are higher, pointing towards gains right at the open. Let's look at the setup for this market again. Yesterday was the theoretical kickoff of the notorious Santa Claus rally, and it played out to be true. No surprise again to any of you who follow this blog. This market is the most twisted freak show that's ever been heard of in the history of the world. It's out of control. But again, we will remain on the right side. So with that said, like I said, stock futures are higher here. The setup for the market is not bad at all. Crude oil is now over $76 a barrel. The market loves this. The market loves crude being high. And I'm going to tell you again, crude is going much higher, much higher. Buy every single dip in crude that comes along. You know, I'm gonna give you a little tidbit of information here. If you are a lion, one of my lions, or someone out here looking to capitalize on this surge in energy, we'll talk more about that in a moment. But you might want to look at the ETF XLE. This is the energy sector exchange traded fund. In my view, this will be putting on substantial gains moving forward. So anyway, let's all keep our eye on that. And if you want, as I said, do your own research on this. But XLE is looking very bullish to me. All right. Anyway, so with that said, so we got stock futures higher, crude oil doing very, very well. Imagine Greg Mannarino shock. How about no? We got the 10-year yield here, people. Relatively stable. The dollar, the relative strength of the dollar is weaker today. You know how much the market loves that. So the setup, again, for the market is very nice. The MMRI. People, I just made a whole bunch of changes to my website, traderschoice.net. Link in the description of this video. Yesterday, I had asked those of you who subscribe to my free newsletter, link in the description of this video, to make some suggestions with regard to changes on my website, and I did try to implement some of them. So do me a favor here. Go have a look at my website. As a matter of fact, what I did, and this was a big one, the MMRI is now right at the top of the second page of my website. If you click on the link in the description of this video, which says link to the MMRI, it'll take you right to my website. All right. I want you to have a look at that. Comment here and let me know if the changes I made look good to you or if you think I should do something else. All right. Anyway, with that said, the MMRI, again, Mannarino Market Risk Indicator is in the green, low risk. In my opinion, cash is going to continue to flow into the stock market in a big way, especially in the face of more bad economic news. But we'll get to that in just a moment. Cryptocurrencies right now under some pressure. Bitcoin is around 49,000. Gold and silver catching a nice bid, especially silver here, people. All right, so what I did is writing stuff down. I want you to pay attention to this, what I'm about to say. So we found out this morning with regard to economic news, and again, I outlined this for you weeks ago, longer than that. I explained to you that we are going to continue to see food and energy prices surge higher. Well, the economic news this morning is, in fact, food and energy prices continue to surge. I mean, duh, really? And then you got these imbeciles yet again. I mean, they're everywhere. Turn on Bloomberg, turn on Fox Business, turn on CNBC, peak inflation. Are you kidding me? I don't know how they can possibly pay these people enough to lie. All right, we're not even close. We're not even close to peak inflation here. By a long shot. So just be ready for what's coming. This is a direct attack on the middle class, and it's all deliberate. None of this is by accident. Look here, don't look here. Pay attention to dog shit viruses here, and ignore everything else. Are you kidding me? But that's what they do. It's the same, MO since time immemorial. Anyway, here's another piece of sobering information. And again, I forewarned about this a very long time ago. So U.S. households are now beginning to fall back on debt payments as they continue to borrow. People, this is a phenomenon that I explained would happen as the progression to this two-tier society continues to manifest itself. Again, we are going back to a feudal system. The three-tier society, middle class, it's gone. It's going away very, very rapidly. Now, I explained to you, and I hope this is not you, honestly, that prior members of the middle class would continue to borrow beyond their eyeballs to attempt to maintain their middle class status lifestyle. It can't be done. You cannot borrow your way to prosperity, but that's exactly what's happening, as I said would. So you got these people here again, U.S. households falling behind on debt payments, yet they continue to borrow. This is exactly what I said would happen. They're trying to claw themselves up to that middle tier, which is being, erased, and they're going to fall down into the lower rung of society. People, an entire new demographic is being created here. Extreme haves and have-nots, and that's how it's going to work out. Extreme haves here, have-nots down here, middle class gone. And what these people are doing to themselves is assuring that's going to happen, but it's all by design. You see, look, the planners of this entire thing realized that this is exactly how it would play out. And a slave society globally is being created by design, by central banks who are the real government. You all know that. It's so sick. And look, this is why I sit here every day and try my hardest, okay, to allow you to understand what you should be doing here, at least from a financial standpoint. Don't let the freak show take advantage of you. That's really what this is all about. That's why I'm here every day, okay? Twice a freaking day. Explaining to you what you should be looking at. Action that you should be taking at the moment we're talking here. You shouldn't be, from a long time ago, if you've been with me, I am certain that you're already in a lot of the right spots, but you need to think ahead. We haven't seen anything yet with regard to the collapse of the economy. Again, what's happening, people? As a percentage of GDP, our economy is cratering at its fastest pace ever in history. You're not allowed to know that. Every month, net, we are losing jobs as our economy contracts. It should make sense. But you're not allowed to know any of these things, people. It's so sick. Anyway, that's really where we stand today. It's the situation for us. It's very obvious what we should be doing here, but it's dire, and time is of the essence right now. Getting yourself on the right side of this entire freak show, and it's really not hard if you just know where to look and you have the right tools to do it. And it would be nice if everyone had the means to do it. I understand people don't have the means to do it, especially in this day and age. We're in a society in collapse in more ways than one. I mean, morally and everything else you can think about. We are in decay, and this is all by design here. It's a freak show, but again, if you could invest in one thing, people, I'm going to tell you what it should be. It should be physical silver, at least to bet against the debt hyperbubble. And if you have the means, you should be in this market. On the long end, you should be owning large cap dividend paying stocks. You should be paying attention to this blog. You should subscribe to my free newsletter. for which I send out all kinds of little important information. Again, link in the description of this video. You should be paying attention to the drivers of this market so you don't have to guess as to what is going on. There's a lot of freaks out here calling for basically a monthly market collapse, and they have been wrong 100% of the time. I've kept you all on the right side of this market, and not just the stock market. I've been telling you how to position yourself, and I want you to think more about that, especially as the economy free falls. We're going to get more bad economic news this week on top of the economic news that we just got here. I mean, again, food and energy prices continue to surge higher, and yet we're getting talks about how inflation is peaking. You got to be kidding me. And households are burying themselves in debt. They can't keep up with their bills. 20% of American households couldn't even pay their energy bills last year. I mean, do you really honestly believe any of this is by accident here? But no, make sure you're focusing on, COVID, because that's what you need to focus on, nothing else. You see what they're doing to you? It's a mind screw of the highest order. They know exactly what they're doing. They know how to play the game. They have people, they've turned people into worms, into mush, unable to think for themselves. They've taken away your freedoms and your liberties, and people are just surrendering. Not you, because we are the freaking resistance, people. We are the resistance. All right, look, I'm out of here. Important video. Please share it. Get it out there. I love all of you. I really mean it. Think about the things I spoke about in this video, okay? What does it mean for you? What does it mean for you moving forward? What do you have to do to get yourself on the right side of this? Because I'm telling you right here and right now, you haven't seen a damn thing yet. Nothing. It's going to get a lot worse. Trust me on this one. Unless you take action. Again, this channel is for people of action, okay? Not people that are going to sit back here and be entertained, although I am kind of funny from time to time. All right, look, I'm out of here. I'll see you later.